Info Hub. In our headlines, Guyanese come face to face with Hurricane Irma in the Caribbean region. UG hosts its 4th Renaissance Lecture Series. Codex Procedural Manual and Strategic Plan handed over to the government, and Literacy Day observed in Guyana. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Thanks for staying with us. Now for the details. Guyanese are among those affected by Hurricane Irma's devastation in the Caribbean. Here's more from Tiffany Rogers.
The British Virgin Islands, home to some 60% of expats, of which Guyanese are the largest group, was devastated by Hurricane Irma. The Category 5 storm hit the island and left extensive damage. Guyanese Hubert Wong, a high school teacher in BVI, said this was the most severe hurricane he had experienced.
We are on our knees. We are at the mercy of nature. There is nothing, there is no water supply, there is no electricity supply. The electricity infrastructure is virtually destroyed. The water infrastructure is virtually destroyed. And of course, with that goes everything. Digicel, the only people that you're getting through now is Digicel.
Wong noted that a Guyanese is among BVI's 4 fatalities, which was stated by island officials to international media.
We had a few deaths, including that of a Guyanese whose makeshift home was lifted and then pummeled back to the earth, and he died.
It is estimated that 1,500 Guyanese reside in BVI. Tion Carter, another Guyanese, provided footage of Irma bashing the island. Carter, who is a healthcare provider in BVI, shared this voice note with InfoHub.
Coming here, and this is my first time actually experiencing a hurricane, more so a Category 5. It was horrendous. I mean, being in here, even in my home, though, the wind came in, it broke the glass, and it was like the storm came in uninvited.
Like the BVI, Antigua and Barbuda have also suffered extensive damage. Prime Minister Gaston Brown was quoted by international media as saying the island is practically uninhabitable. A Guyanese in Antigua shared with InfoHub that relief supplies are being ferried to Barbuda, along with evacuation of persons from Barbuda to Antigua. However, the danger is not yet over for these islands. BVI, Antigua and Barbuda and other Caribbean states are on hurricane watch as Jose strengthens to an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Our thoughts and prayers are with those affected. In other news, the Education Ministry is working assiduously to bridge literacy gaps and reduce inequalities. Crystal Stahl was at today's engagement as the ministry observed International Literacy Day.
The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with UNESCO and NDMA, observed International Literacy Day under the theme Literacy in a Digital World at the South Ryanville Park Primary School. Minister of Education Nicolette Henry highlighted the goals of this year's Literacy Day.
To close the literacy skills gap and reduce inequalities, this year International Literacy Day will highlight the challenges and opportunities in promoting literacy in the digital world.
Minister Henry said the government is currently installing internet facilities across the country for all to have equal access to information.
It is the goal of this government to provide the technology and the opportunity for our citizens to conduct research and for children to complete research.
The minister also advised parents to monitor their children's usage of the internet despite the benefits of the digital world. Chief Education Officer Marcel Hudson disclosed that the ministry is in the process of distributing literacy kits to grade 1 students countrywide.
The ministry is in the process of distributing literacy resource toolkits in all grade 1 classes countrywide to help ensure that learners in the foundation classes are given every possible opportunity to acquire and master literacy skills that will lead to lifelong learning.
The event also saw presentations from representatives of the Ministry of Social Protection, UNESCO, NDMA, Bishop's High School, parents and teachers of various schools. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
Poor work environment, limited IT capacity, and huge backlog of statutory auditing are just some of the issues which plagued the audit office before IDB and the government stepped in. The Audit Office of Guyana was overwhelmed with many issues that hindered its efficiency for years. Auditor General Deodat Sharma explained that since the office benefited from the Inter-American Development Bank and government-funded 4 technical cooperation agreements, there have been improvements.
In 2005, as I said, we just had a couple of computers. Now we have servers, and we have an independent department, IT manager. We are linked up to the regions, region 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are actually could stay at head office and get information. No one do not have to come from there and bring the information.
Sharma explained that with the technical agreements implemented, a teammate audit management software system, which included the purchase of 60 user licenses, hardware, and training, is now being used.
On the training that we have achieved, we have seen convictions being gained, restitution made by some, while others have been imprisoned. I should mention that we now provide testimony in courts.
The office is now reaching the statutory deadline, which was never possible except for the last 6 years, and is now able to develop brochures and infomercials to inform the public of their work. Yesterday, the last of 4 technical cooperation agreements was closed. The government was presented today with its Codex Procedural Manual as well as its Codex Strategic Plan. Crystal Stahl filed this report.
The project undertaken by the Chile Codex Coordinator for Latin America and the Caribbean is aimed at strengthening the capacity of the participating countries to improve the functioning of Codex at the national level. Minister Noel Holder expressed his gratitude towards Chile and the United States for their support upon reaching the final stage of the project. He noted the project can be considered a stepping stone for Guyana in ensuring the quality and safety of food for consumption and exportation.
The government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Agriculture, is mandated to ensure that the country is food secure. The ministry has since developed a 10-year food and nutrition security strategy, which embraces 3 key goals. In lending support to Codex requirements, the Ministry of Agriculture has since taken the steps to ensure that food production has been backed up by guaranteeing strategies of good agricultural practices, especially through improved soil strategies, extension services, and livestock breeding enhancement programs.
Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin explained the development and the use of standards are driven by the need to do business, hence the intervention. Chilean Ambassador Claudio Rojas, Rachel, said that a teamwork approach was necessary for this project. He noted that Guyana has all the components to become agriculturally self-sustaining, which there are challenges that Chile is more than willing to assist.
There is no any doubt either that we need to secure food security for bigger segment of population worldwide. And in that sense, we see an opportunity here for Guyana to turn itself into playing a key role in the sense of food security for the region and for third world markets.
The 2-year funded project was titled Strengthening the Functioning of the National Codex Structure in Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, and Suriname. It went through a series of workshops and consultations to establish a codex manual and strategic plan for its participating countries. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
Last evening, the Ministry of Social Cohesion and the Embassy of Argentina hosted a reception at the Theatre Guild in honor of 2 visiting art restoration and preservation experts. Gabriela Patram tells us more.
The restoration of a number of prized paintings from the National Collection of Art will now be made possible with the help of 2 Argentine experts. In his remarks, the Minister of Social Cohesion, Dr. George Norton, recognized that the impact of this project bodes well for the future of art, cultural heritage, cultural institutions, the visual arts community, and by extension, the wider public.
Cultural preservation is a humongous task, which will be very difficult, if not impossible, to be undertaken by the government of Guyana alone. As such, I wish to take this opportunity to express profound gratitude to the government of Argentina for their kind support.
Minister Norton also added that where collaboration exists, great things can be achieved. Ambassador of Argentina to Guyana, Luis Martino, said that with the new mechanisms of the South-South cooperation, it was decided that culture and arts will be part of a major effort undertaken by his country to promote regional integration.
I think what we are doing this time around with this cultural project has not only to do with the technical program of cooperation on restoration and conservation of works of art of the National Gallery of Art in Guyana, but it also has to do with, I think, I'm a firm believer of this, that the education that will be left, or the learning or capacity building that will be left after this project is over.
A number of institutions will benefit under this project, including the University of Guyana, the Boroughs School of Art, the National Museum, the National Archives, the National Trust of Guyana, the Museum of African Heritage, and the Walter Roth Museum of Anthropology. Gabrielle Patram for InfoHub.
The fourth lecture in a University of Guyana Renaissance series explored the role of universities across the Caribbean in realizing the goal of regional integration. Tiffany Rogers has this report.
Sir George Allen noted that President Granger's comment at the recent CARICOM Heads of Government meeting that fear and lack of trust are the critical factors impeding the CSME's implementation must be explored by UG. He added that it behooves all Caribbean citizens to eliminate fear and build trust to facilitate regional integration.
I say citizens because I do not believe this task should be left to our leaders alone. And I do believe that your president's affirmation is worth exploring in a university context.
Caribbean universities can make a substantial contribution to address and diminish fear and lack of trust to encourage regional integration, Sir Allen reasoned.
It is the universities and other parts of civil society that have that critical and fundamental role in developing and fomenting that regional identity and citizenship.
A former Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir Allen's lecture was titled The Multiversity Universities of the Caribbean. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Delicia Haynes now tells us that Region 4 RDC has launched its inaugural Regional Agricultural and Commercial Exhibition.
The event, commonly referred to as RACE, promises to be rewarding and favorable to participating agricultural and commercial stakeholders. Regional Chairman Genevieve Allen said that the event is catered towards the continued promotion of environmentally friendly economic agricultural activities.
The avenues that are open to our people in this new dispensation must take into account our young, our skilled, our developing, and emerging entrepreneurs in particular. We want to ensure that avenues are open to not only producers and businesses, but the consumers who complete the trade chain.
Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkan lauded the event and quoted President Granger, noting that the event represents an example of the administration's delivery of decentralization and the empowerment of all people.
As President Granger has stated at the previous race at which he spoke, and I quote, "This is not something ornamental. It's something that your people want. You have an economic opportunity, and by having these regional agricultural and commercial exhibitions, you will attract people, even business people from Georgetown and other towns."
The Regional Agricultural and Commercial Exhibition is scheduled to run from November 24 to 26, 2017 at the Luziknan Community Center ground. The launching of similar exhibitions in all regions is expected to be rolled out shortly. Delicia Haynes for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.